Are you an artist struggling with storage? Because I know I am. This is the solution for you. Hi guys, guess what has turned up for me today? The Little Da Vinci clever framing system in A4 size, and it's the easy clip, flip and grip for A4 paper. Now the genius thing about this is that it will hold 50 other artworks within this frame. Can you believe it? Storage solution in a frame. This is genius to me. Let's get into it. So I'm going to be using a pair of scissors to open the shrink wrap, because they each come shrink wrapped, and I like that the corners are protected with these durable cardboard corners to protect the frame. And I can say the frame is pretty heavy and durable, so I'm hoping that there's going to be a way that we can put this on the wall without using nails, screws, hammers, drills, you name it, because that's not going to be so easy for me. So let's get the scissors going. Okay, on the back we've got this bar attached with a bag, and there are screws and things and plugs, so that kind of puts me off a bit. But I have heard that you can buy from 3M command strips, which are adhesive alternatives for your wall that require no drilling, and apparently they will work on these frames, which are heavy. They take up to, I think, 7 kilograms in weight, so I'm probably going to have a go with those. Okay, let's take these corners off, and my goodness, look at this. It's pretty humongous for A4. It's a chunky thing. Now let's see if we can, how we open the door. Right, okay. So you see, let me see if you guys can see on camera. You see here where I'm pointing, hopefully you can see that there's this lever that you push down, and literally you're pushing down and then like up, and the door will open. Okay, well that's quite clever, not difficult once you understand how to do it. It's real chunky glass, so be careful with that. You've got your little instruction-y thing here, which is cool, the display pamphlet. And then here, let's have a look. Put a pamphlet there. I think this could be, maybe it's the backing. Could be the back. Yeah. Okay, I don't know if you can see that, guys. I managed to get the white board out, and you can see the depth of the back. So I think that we're supposed to take the back out, but I'm not sure. I think you must do. I'm sure the backing is the placeholder. So then here, where are we here? On the framey thing, you've got the clips here. So that's where you'd put your first picture kind of thing here. And then the rest go in here for the storage. I just turned that pamphlet over, this that was in the front. And it's got all the instructions of how you hang it on the wall. Okay guys, so for me, I'm going to be waiting and buying some Command heavy duty adhesive strips so that it can go on the wall, because we don't use drills. I physically can't use a drill. And there's lots of people I know in the world in rented accommodation who can't use a drill either. So I think it's going to be handy for me to show the adhesive strips. Now it says here, the Little Da Vinci art cabinet is the original innovative way to store and display. Originally it's for children's artwork, but they're venturing into the adult artist community because people like me who are prolific artists are desperate for storage solutions, and this is perfect. For me, I love it already. The attaching to the wall part, that will come later. But the fact that I can store 50 in here, and perfect that I'm working on Le Scapigliata artworks, I think that will fit in here perfectly. So how it works. At the heart of the frame is a foam spring board that allows up to 50 papers to be stacked and pushed to the front of the frame. Oh, oopsies, so I took that out. Perhaps I'm supposed to put that back in. We'll go and do that now. Okay, so I didn't let you see me struggle and fighting with the thing, but I got it back in, and you push like that. They have the thick foam up each corner, the four corners, and that's what makes it spring. Okay, you can push and it does all that. So you're going to be pushing it down as you put in your artworks. And basically, it's about 50 printer paper pages, but if you're doing artwork, it could be, say, 20 to 30 if the paper's thicker. But I'm loving it. So you can stand it on the table. If you have a smaller version of this, then you can stand it on tables or whatever. Oh, I'm not into DIY at all. So to hang on the wall mounting with the easy clip or extra secure method allows you to easily change artwork without removing the cabinet from the wall. Choose one of the methods described below. So you can have the easy clip mount or the extra secure mount. So use the easy clip if you want to rotate the frame occasionally. So that means you can do landscape or portrait if you have mixed your artwork in there. So if you are only having it for landscape artworks, you can just leave it in landscape mode. You don't need to rotate it. But if you're doing a mixture of portraits and landscapes, you need to be able to alternate the rotation of your frame. I hope that makes sense. And so we should be noticing apparently a click sound, which means it's locked into place. Right, so we've got to align the frame holes with the clip tabs and push down. You should notice a click sound. It means it's locked in place. Once it's locked, you can open the frame on the wall without frame tilting. To change the direction of the frame, tilt the frame clockwise and lift straight up. I haven't heard about it using a drill yet, though I have a feeling that is what these marks are for. Can you see here these marks? I have a feeling they are for lining up with your pencil to do a hole through here if you want it landscape or portrait. So portrait, you put 2 holes for your paper here on the wall and do a hole, and then you can put your plugs and everything. Ahead of myself, it tells you here to take the template to the wall and level it. Mark the wall at the 2 easy clip marks and then drill a 3.16 inch hole for the anchors if needed, and use the short screws and the anchors to fasten the clip to the wall. Check that the clip is flat against the wall at both ends for best results. So, gonna be getting some adhesive, I think. I found one of these funny artworks I was working on. It's like a version of the Scream, but it's like Happy Despair that I was going for. So this one, though it's uncoloured at the moment, is going to go into a new frame. Just look at that. Doesn't that make all the difference to see it in a frame? Comes with a built-in stand on the back. I think these frames would be completely brilliant for collections. That's what I'm going to be using them for. Once I can work out if I can securely fix them to my wall with the adhesive strips and it's safe and secure, then I'll have a collection of these. I'll have a collection for the Scapigliata, my Scream work, my apples, and I can't remember, I think there's like 5 other collections. I can't think off the top of my head, but those are the first 3 that came to my mind. What I love also is that there's the mat included. If I take my artwork out, it comes with the border, a matting here. So your artwork has the frame already. And did you know that these frames are archival? They archive your work and keep dust and mold and UVA and all of that out of your work. So it's actually archiving your work. It's going to last for many, many years to come, which is fabulous. So just keeping the rest of that information there. So we've had a good look at the frame. And did you know that My Little Da Vinci have given me to give to you a discount code. The code is on screen now. And if you use it at your checkout on your first order, you will get 10% off. On the back here is the foot stand, where you can stand the frame up. It's like a little ledge here, but you get your finger in and pull it out. See this here? It's kind of curved at the end. And we go down to here. There's a hole right there that you stand, you'll push the thing into. I actually had it the wrong way round. There's a square at one end next to the hole. That's what you need to look for, because the plastic end has the square at the end that is bent, and it will slip straight into here like that and stick up, and then you can stand it. These are the command strips by 3M, and they are the strongest ones available to me anyway. I don't know if they do them any stronger, but they hold 7.2 kilograms of weight, and hopefully they're going to work. The next scenes that you'll be seeing, and I will show you me taking them out of the packet. There's 4 in here, and there's instructions on the back that says if you are using them as 2, you can use 2 if you're doing 3.6 kilogram frame maximum, like a small frame. If you're doing a huge frame, which you are, very heavy for the little Da Vinci frames, hopefully this will be enough. So you have to put 4 in these particular areas, not down at the corners, right, the 2 at the top corners, but then an inch above the bottom corners. And there's all this instruction that we have to start cleaning the wall first and let it dry, obviously. Then you're going to take your strips out, and I don't know, I think you have to stick them together or something. It's all very weird. I'll have to go on their website, I think. So I just opened, and it's confusing. These only have 4 in here. Now when you go on the command website, it makes out that there's many in the pack, but actually there's only 4, and you're gonna stick them together or something. Now I don't know if there's tops and bottoms like with Velcro, whether they're different, but apparently we've got one there and we've got that and that. So basically these are pairs side by side. From what I have gathered, you can see there's a line down the middle, and you're going to fold them on top of each other, squish them together for like 60 seconds, 30 seconds to 60 seconds, really squish them, and then you'll end up with just one like strip thing, and that's what you stick to the frame. So basically you will only have 4 strips in all, and I'm going to do that off camera, just fold them and see where we go. Okay, now I heard crunching, as in clicking, a bit like with Velcro. We now have one double-sided strip. What you have to do is actually separate them. It's perforated down the middle, so you basically pull them apart very, very carefully so that you have 2 strips, and then you put them on top of each other, line them up, and then push. And when you push, you're going to hear a noise like cracking, like crunching crisps, and you need to do that to like all of it. Make sure all of it is crunching down and firm, and then you'll get this that feels quite like a solid strip. Then sorry that this looks dark, but this is part of my room, like a wall at my height behind a cupboard door that is my test wall. So I'm going to spray alcohol to clean an area because I'm nervous actually that these adhesive strips are not going to be strong enough to hold such a heavy picture frame. I haven't weighed, I don't have big enough scales to weigh the picture frame. It says the strips will hold 7.5 kilograms. That's quite a lot of weight, and I can't believe that the picture frame is over that weight. So I'm going to do a test area where I have soft toys and bags on the floor, so that if it does fall off the wall, it isn't going to smash onto my glass table or anything like that. So this is my test area. Okay guys, I've got the strips on. There are 4. Got one here, an inch above from the bottom, like so. I've pushed on each one for 30 seconds to really make it adhere to the back of the frame. Now all I have to do is take the backing off and stick them to the wall. So the next time you're going to see is when it's on the wall, I hope. So like, oh my goodness, I did it myself. So it's on the wall, it's not fallen off, and it feels really durable. I can't believe how strong the adhesive is of those strips. There was no way I thought it was going to stick to the wall because we have bad humidity, very bad humidity all year round. So whether it stays up, I don't know. Apparently the command strips do fight against humidity. It doesn't matter, they say. They're strong enough to withstand all that kind of stuff. So at the moment also, I didn't do the last step. Well, the step is, once you've put the strips on the back and obviously taken the paper off and stuck it to the wall and really pushed on it for, I think it was 3 minutes or something, which I did, you're then supposed to pull them apart again. Like the frame is supposed to pull away from the wall and you leave half the strips on the wall. Well, I don't have the strength to do that, and it's going to take like a really strong muscle man, which is not not about locally for me and my convenience. It's not convenient for me to do that, so there's no way it's coming off the wall, that's for sure, because I tried to pull it off really, and I'm quite strong really, and if I with all my strength, it didn't knock the frame off the wall, and I thought it was going to fall off. So it's not budging at the moment, which is really good. But apparently you're supposed to like lift it up from the bottom and separate the strips again and really push them on the wall again. But I suspect I really pushed them together before I put them on the frame. So perhaps that's helped them to really stick properly to the wall. Time will tell whether I'm disturbed in the night or not. I will keep you updated if I'm woken in the night with a jolt. But doesn't it look great? I am so happy with that. If it's that easy and it stays up, then I'm really, really pleased with these frames. I mean, the frames themselves are fabulous. It's the hanging of them that is the downside for me. Because even though with these strips I'm nervous about them because of the weight of the frame and the humidity we have in this country. We don't use dehumidifiers because it dries the house out too much then, and you then get cracks. It's a real fine line. So time's going to tell. I'm going to leave it a week and I'll come back and see how we go. Oh my goodness guys, it has been one whole week and the frame has not fallen off the wall, not even come loose. I've been able to open the frame and change the pictures round and been quite brutal with it, and it hasn't come loose. I am super happy and excited about it.